Yo, welcome back to the house where we talk news, celebrities, and hot topics. All right, listen, let's go ahead and talk about the Real Housewives of Potomac season 8. I believe the ladies have been filming. The only person that I know has been filming for real is Ashley Darby. Ashley, she is no longer, within the shackles of that marriage with Michael Darby. So she has nothing but time and she needs to pay that mortgage. I think that mortgage is like $13,000 up there in Arlington, Virginia. Okay, living in that fancy neighborhood in that 2,500 square foot house. She doesn't want to depend on Michael, even though, he's putting in and things like that. His kids do live there. But sis got to work, so she's been performing that old ass song, Coffee Love or something like that. And so she's been also filming out and about around town. Listen, remember when Ashley, brought out that girl, Lil Debbie, okay, Deborah, who they've been calling the Sesame Street character? Well, it seems like Deborah is thirsty, child. I don't know if it was like a housewarming. I don't know what the event was, but she had something at her house. They're filming it. Deborah is there. Now, Deborah is the lady who was at the spring fling, right? I think in the premiere episode, Karen had the spring fling party, and then Deborah came along, one of Ashley's friends, and basically let it be known that Happy Eddie and Chris Bassett were trying to hit on her. And she's a married woman, by the way, right? She's claiming that 2 married men tried to hit on her, a married woman, in front of their married wives at this spring fling event that's being filmed with a whole bunch of cameras, knowing that they could get caught up. That don't make no sense. How Robin said, how Kandi said, why would any of our men be dumb enough? The only person that might be a little bit dumb enough to do something like that is maybe Juan Dixon, because at this point, I think he's committed to trolling the girls. He's committed to trolling the blogs. He's committed to still hanging out with that Robin lookalike, the assistant coach over there at the Coppin State of the university. That's Deborah. Deborah seems to be back for season 8. Well, she's trying to be back for season 8. I don't think she really is back. I think she's vying for a spot, okay? I think Miss Thang wants a spot onto the show. I think she wants to be a friend of the show. I don't think she has a contract. I don't think she has a day rate like Latoya Ali. I don't think she was granted a champagne flute. I think Sister Girl is thirsty, and she's taking this picture with the cameraman in the back to, I don't know, get us to talk, to get the blogs who are thirsty enough to post her to talk. And we're one of those thirsty blogs. The Bravo Shade Room said, looks like Ashley's friend Deborah is back filming for Potomac season 8. She's trying. I don't think it's gonna work. I think we're over it. I feel like Bravo never takes the real thirsty ones really all that serious. Like what's her face? Yvonne. Like, she reminds me of a Yvonne. She's literally the Potomac version of a Yvonne. Like, Sister Girl, the audience, we see through it and we don't want you. Okay? You guys have been really here from me dragging the hell out of Latasha Scott. And listen, I don't even be trying. I'm just speaking my truth. I can only speak on what you give me. Okay? They say that I'm judgmental, but I can only judge what you give me. And what Latasha Scott is giving me is nothing but a whole bunch of lies. What she's giving me is nothing but a whole bunch of alleged thievery. What she's giving me is a whole bunch of nothing. Auto-tune on that new album. I did like the album more than I thought I would, but it was still, auto-tuned. And a lot of the girls are really, the gospel girlies, they're not really going up for it. Okay, the real gospel fans stand up. They're not really coming in droves to go see Latasha at the local church. Here's the thing with Latasha. So she went on to the, the Kendra G, right, onto the radio station, and basically let it be known that she feels as though the reason why she looks crazy on this reality TV show is because Mona Scott Young, the production company, they want to tear down black women. Okay, these are her words and not mine, which that's not completely false. I mean, we know what Mona Me is about. We know what Mona Scott Young is about. We know what she produces. So my whole thing is, it's very rich. It's very predictable that you would come out and basically try to blame everything on production when production, one, did not make you have an attitude. Production did not make Tamika, expose the fact that you and the husband allegedly stole the $30K. I mean, it is what it is. Production didn't create this storyline that you were using the Escape Girls for leverage for the flop gospel album that the real gospel girlies are not here for. Mona Me and Mona Scott Young did not create that. You created that. Mona Me and Mona Scott Young did not tell Tamika to go onto YouTube and release the receipts. If I recall correctly, Tasha is the one that asked Tamika to release the receipts. So let me go ahead and play the clip, and then we're going to talk about what Miss Tammy Roman had to say, all right? Because Tammy was speaking facts.
Supergroups are going to be celebrated, and it does not end that way. Like, you got everybody beefing on social media. The nerve of a black production company with Mona Me coming in and not celebrating black women. Out of 7 women, I was being attacked every single day. When you say you're going to do something, we should be able to do it. And I think the fans have been slighted, and shame on her, shame on the production for doing that. We didn't get to a tour, we didn't get to music.
Miss Latasha Scott is blaming Mona Me and Mona Scott Young for all of the world's issues. It's a whole hot damn mess. But Tammy Roman of Basketball Wives went under the comments of the Neighborhood Talk and basically gave Latasha Scott some pointers of things that she should be saying because the PR team just isn't doing it right. For example, maybe you should start off with a "I'm sorry." Maybe you should admit that you're broke, you were homeless, your husband set up a hustle, so you did not oppose it. Maybe you should offer to make some payments to pay your sister back. Maybe you should just admit that you don't like Kandi, but you're willing to be professional and make the money so you don't go back to a place that you used to be in. Right? Maybe you should admit that you've seen Love and Hip Hop and that you were involved in another Mona Me production that was nothing but drama. Right? So I agree with Miss Tammy Roman. I agree with the advice. I agree with this. This is better talking points. These are better talking points than the talking points that Latasha has been out here spewing out. So listen, Tammy Roman may need a career in PR, public relations, because sister girl, it's giving ridiculous at this point. And we're all tired. We're sick and we tired. Speaking of things that I'm sick and tired of, Kandi Burruss Tucker and Carlos King. Are you guys sick of the back and forth between Kandi? Oh, wait, there is no back and forth. It's just Kandi telling her story and then Carlos King on every single post, every single podcast, every single YouTube video, throwing shade in a very subtle, subliminal way. Every single one. Are you guys tired? And we clock it every single time. Do y'all want me to stop talking about it? If y'all want me to stop talking about it, just let me know and I'll stop talking about it. Maybe not, probably not. But I'm kind of tired of it because at this point, it's just kind of like, okay, if you're going to address it, then address it. Like he literally slick addresses it, hints at it in every YouTube video. He was just doing a video with some lady. It was some lady from the gospel show. He has this new gospel show on WeTV where it's a whole bunch of gospel folks acting very unchristian-like. And, she's spewing out a Bible verse talking about, if you have an issue with me, the Bible says you need to come to that person. And he's like, oh, yeah, I know about that. And it's like, okay, sis, we know you're shading Kandi. I think recently, let me show up the latest one. He is doing a review for Girls Trip. And, he was not going to end that damn review, that recap, without mentioning Kandi. Where's the video at? Hold on.
Call me I'm the thief. I get accused of stealing stuff, so I stole this.
Carlos, are you not tired? We are. Are you not tired? We're tired. Are you not tired? Don't you want to retire the beef? Like, if you're going to speak on it, then speak on it. Why are you so afraid of speaking on it is what I want to know. Like, Kandi show, speak on it, speak on it. Why are you afraid to speak on it? Is it because you have no defense? Is it because what the folks are saying is true? I mean, you speak on everything else. Literally, you speak on every single person. You speak on the Bravo shows. You speak on the Housewives. I don't think he talks about Kandi as much as I wonder how he's going to recap the Real Housewives of Atlanta, because y'all know he recaps and he does the reviews now. He's a blogger. We call him blogger Carlos King over, on our platform. And how is he going to mention Kandi in this upcoming season of the Real Housewives of Atlanta without speaking on her name? Because I feel like he may mention Kandi nowadays, but he really don't really be trying to talk about her. Maybe he won't be fazed by the situation and he'll speak on Miss Kandi Burst Tucker as, he regularly would. But we're tired. I know you guys are tired. Carlos, are you not tired? Kandi is tired. We're all tired. Okay, how Nene say, we all want to know. We all want to know why you did what you did. So instead of the subs, instead of the subliminals, why don't you clear your name? Clear your name. Clear your name. Speaking of the new season of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, we have the season 15, episode 1, episode description right here. And it's interesting because, of course, we are going to be getting Kenya versus Martell, right? Who's going to check my new boo? Kenya is. When Sheree introduces the ladies to her latest squeeze at Ross's 40th birthday, the ladies reveal her new boo might be up to no good. As the walls close in on Sonya and her family, cracks start to reveal that their living situation isn't so comfy. All right. So we know Ross is having his 40th birthday party. We know it's like a Great Gatsby sort of theme. Stop doing those themed parties. It's so old. It's so done. It's so tired. It's so stale. Like, no more Great Gatsby. No more 90s. No more 70s. No more. No more, no more, no more. And Martell is there. He's introduced, as Sheree's new boo. And I think Martell makes a comment that Kenya doesn't like. And so Kenya just goes off. Martell was just seen on the Love and Marriage Huntsville, speaking of Mr. Carlos King. And he was basically, being asked about Sheree. And he said, yeah, we're just having fun and we're doing this, that, and the third. But it just doesn't seem like, he likes her too much. And it doesn't seem like Sheree likes him. It seems like a fake flop of a fraudulent relationship. And for, Carlos King and Andy Cohen to be the main producers in reality television talking about some we follow real stories, it's mind-boggling that you guys are committed to this fake, fraudulent relationship. It's fake. Speaking of the girls and their fake storylines, no, Miss Quad, y'all know, I believe she's Miss Gone. And she kind of seemingly confirmed it on Instagram. Kandi Girl went on to Instagram and said, I don't appreciate you not being on Married to Medicine. You're one of my faves. Absolutely Quad responded and said, I'm sorry, sis. How can I make it up? By signing the contract and appearing onto the show. But Miss Quad, I think, was not getting the money that she thought that she deserved for being subjected to witnessing her ex-husband and his new love. All right. So that's that. Speaking of Dr. G, he did get married over the weekend. It's quite interesting. I think this is her. Apparently, this woman is Toya's cousin. They kind of do look alike. Beautiful woman. Phaedra was there. I don't have a picture with me right now, but Phaedra was there. Phaedra looked amazing. Heavenly was there. Toya was there. Dr. Jackie was there. I believe Simone was there. All of the ladies were there. Quad, of course, was not there. So, it's shady. So y'all got to let me know how y'all feel about all of the tea. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to create a great day.